He's talking about where you must stand to take. A platform is an altar where you stand to take. Some people has prayed so much, suffered so much in fasting, and has become nothing because they don't know that prayer is offered from platforms, definite platforms. God is not only trying to make us rich, He wants to give us eternal dominion. The word eternal means everlasting. But there cannot be dominion until the destiny of a platform is properly defined. Now, when you hear platform or poverty, poverty there means you have conquered greed. Some people are not rich because they have not conquered greed. When you come upon the eternal platform of eternal dominion, you will conquer greed. There will be no lasting dominion in the midst of greed. Why a lot of Christians are not rich is because fear makes them greedy and selfish. When they see small money, they forgot who they are. They say, they're asking us to sow seed. If I sow this seed, what will I do? How will I live? Excuse me. You are a being like God. Are you saying that God does not care about you? And under divine principles, it doesn't matter who is talking against giving. Nobody reduces from giving. If giving reduces men, Jesus will not die at the cross. He died for gain. He died to multiply. And hear me, whatever that God gives you in return is controlled by what He first took from you. Let me say again. I said whatever that God gives you in return is controlled by what He first took from you. So when Jesus wanted a kingdom, He took an oath of poverty and lost His life. And then the Bible says in 2:44 of the book of Daniel, His kingdom is everlasting. And then in 7:13 and 14 of the same Daniel, He said another person will not take His kingdom. Another person. Hear me. Excuse me. Those of us who have, all of us who have father, it is the relationship of your father with giving that determines the destiny of your family. Let me say it again. I say it is a relationship of your father, because daddy, according to Isaiah chapter 51:1, is a foundation. If your foundation is liberal, you will not suffer. If your foundation is sacrificial, you will not suffer. When this meeting ends, call your father on phone and ask him how many people he helped. Ask him the most important thing he gave to God. You have to ask him. If he says nothing, then you should start sacrifice early. Because whatever that is sown is not forgotten. That is why I sowed myself. I sowed myself because I know the power of poverty. It connects to everlasting dominion. When I mean poverty, I mean the grantee or the grantor. Something, victory over greed, that gives you a platform to take everything that belongs to God. Not in part. not integral. I say a particular form of sacrifice that brings you into a platform where all things are made available to man. Somebody said, all things was brought under the feet of that man in Psalm chapter 8. It is a man under the oath of poverty, not a greedy man. It's a liberal man that wants to die for others. Because everlasting dominion is ordained in laying down your life. The most powerful people on earth are sacrificial people, yet in different degrees. It is your sacrifice that determines your value. After you have prayed prayer and God answers, He asks you what you give. Listen, even me that is preaching, I relate with people from the value of their sacrifice, not from what they are trying to explain. I am in this altar now praying, preaching, and when it is time for me to go home, you go to my car and be hanging around like somebody who doesn't know the way to his house. Hanging around in my car, what will it profit you? When I have already told you what will bless you, you left the gate where you will go to on your way home, and then started going backward. For what? So now that's second service. How? But that is how stingy people reason. There's a shepherd. I had all that you preach. But there is something I want to tell you that is very important. I said I don't want to hear. Now, here is it by force. You see, because all the people that they are is like a monkey from Brazil. They will always manufacture problem. I don't know why Brazilian monkeys are very stingy, but I need to see their fingers. It's a bad sight. It's a bad sight, like somebody's hand cannot be straight, a finger. It's always bent. And it gives an idea of leprosy. But you know, but it's a mystery of stinginess. Anything that is evil is with a stingy man. You know, because it is only the spirit of monkey, not a good monkey. Monkeys from declaring the last jubilee from the altar of the Lion of Judah. When you hear jubilee, you're talking about freedom, dominion, return. Please hear me. When you hear altar, please someone listen. When you hear altar, you're talking about altar of the Lion. You're talking about the place of altar sacrifice. Go to a town and check the prominent people of that town. It is men and women that their fathers sold, made the ultimate sacrifice. Now, wherever there is continuous happiness on earth, that happiness comes from the place of, that jubilee comes from the place of sacrifice. Because the Lion is of jubilee, is of then it is of dominion. It's of sacrifice. There's something I want you to know. Please, there's something I want you to know. Something very terrible I want you to know. Something, listen, from the experience in 28 of the book of Genesis, there are 4 things I want you to know. I'm not reading it. But don't ever doubt God. Don't ever doubt God after you have had this. The Bible said that when Jacob came to a place called Bethel, former loss, he said, number 1, he saw heaven open. He saw. Number 2, he saw an altar. Number 3, he saw the gate of heaven. One place. Number 3. Number 4, the Bible says he saw the Lord.